In the old river town of Akpiri, elders taught the children a rule as old as the soil beneath their feet. It was not written, it was whispered. When you sleep, keep your name locked behind your teeth. They said a name is not just a sound. A name is a doorway. And not every hand that knocks on it comes with good intentions. Io heard this warning many times while growing up. He heard it when the fires burned low and the night insects sang. He heard it when elders spoke of dreams that did not end at waking.
Beware, children,
But like many
for the
young men,
shadows
Io
hold
believed
secrets
warnings
that
were
whisper
stories
of
meant for
ancient
others.
dangers.
On the night the moon lost its brightness and turned the color of ash, Io fell into a deep sleep. In his dream, he walked along the familiar riverbank at the edge of Akpiri. The reeds swayed, though there was no wind, whispering secrets in voices too low to understand. The river was still, too still. It reflected a sky without stars, a sky that felt unfinished. As Io walked, a voice drifted across the water. Soft, gentle, loving. Io, his steps slowed. The voice sounded like his mother's, the same warmth, the same careful way she shaped his name. It carried memory, comfort, home. Io. This time it was closer. Io felt something tighten in his chest. The elder's warning stirred within him, faint but present. But curiosity is louder than fear when you are young. He turned toward the river and answered, "Yes?" The moment the word left his mouth, the water trembled. The river began to ripple, circles spreading outward as if something beneath it had inhaled. Slowly, something rose from the depths. It was shaped like a man, but empty, hollow like a dried gourd. Its skin clung tightly to its bones, and where its eyes should have been were deep, endless wells. Inside those wells, Io saw faces, sleeping faces, mouths open, breathing out names. The thing smiled. "You heard me," it said, its voice no longer gentle. "Now I can follow." Io woke with a scream, his heart hammering like a drum beaten too hard. His sleeping mat was soaked with sweat, his breath sharp and broken. Morning came, but it did not chase the dream away. All day, Io felt watched. His shadow lagged behind him, moving just a heartbeat too late. When he passed the dogs in the village, they whimpered and turned their heads away. As night fell, the air grew heavy. Sleep came again, uninvited. "Io," the voice returned. This time it came from above him, scratching at the roof. Then from the walls, sliding between the mud bricks. Then from inside his own chest, vibrating through his bones. Io remembered the warning. He pressed his lips together and stayed silent. The voice grew angry. It called his name again and again, louder each time. With every call, something was taken from him, his strength, his breath, his warmth. By morning, Io was barely there. His body lay thin and weak, his eyes sunken deep into his face. When he tried to speak, no sound came. The elders gathered before the sun climbed high. They burned bitter leaves and beat drums that spoke to the unseen. They called Io's spirit back, wrapping his name in smoke and sealing it with ash. Io lived. But from that day on, he never answered any voice in his sleep. And that is why, in Akpiri, when someone calls your name in a dream, you turn your face away and remain silent. Because not every voice belongs to the living, and not every dream is a place you should answer from.